anyways, I'm nervous. If you're looking to create content, just do it. You don't have to be perfect. Look at me, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips on how to grow your audience on social media. Within the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been able to gain about 6,000 plus followers across all of my social media. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get into the video. I know there's a lot of advice out there on how to grow your social media. I'm going to share with you 5 tips that have helped me within the last 2 to 3 weeks to help you grow your social media in 2023. I have my notes here because I know I'm going to forget what I have to say. So to keep me on track, I might be reading off of this, I might not be, okay? So my number 1 tip is to find your target audience. I feel like so many people get started and they just start posting random stuff and just skip that whole step. I didn't realize how important it was to have a message behind your content. Like for me, yes, I do hair, sometimes makeup, family videos, couple challenges, all these things. So it's like, what is your niche? A lot of people say that, what's your niche down, blah, blah, blah. I feel like the whole reason I came about creating content was because I just became a mom for a second time. I needed to have something for myself. So that was my way of kind of like discovering myself again, I guess you can say. Like, I know once you have kids, you know, your whole life revolves around them, and I really needed that. So my whole purpose, yes, I started with hair content, doing hair tutorials, all of that. So that was like my niche at the time when I started out. So you can say that the natural hair community was like my target audience at the time, sharing my love for my natural hair and embracing my natural curls. So now, you know, with me doing hair, doing family, doing makeup, skincare, all these different things, like, so what is my niche? So I would say I kind of like moved away from that because I didn't want to just do hair. I wanted to do all these different things. So my message behind my content is you can still be a mom and do your hair. You can still be a mom and put on a bunch of makeup and go out and do this and that. You can still be a mom and run a business. Like, you can still be a mom and do all these things. So that is basically the sum up of my message behind my content, and I want women to see that if I can do it, they can do it too. So that would be my target audience and my message behind my content. So that's who naturally will gravitate towards me and my brand and my page. So yes, others are welcome too. You don't have to be a mom to follow me. You know, I'm not saying to totally like, what's the word? Forget about everybody else. All should be welcome to your page, but just make sure you're not putting out content to try and please everybody. Put out content that speaks to that message and your target audience. My second tip is to be yourself. I know everybody says, and be yourself, but when you put out content that shows your personality, I feel like it's easier for people to come to your page and understand your values and your morals and the things that you like. It really builds like that trust and that relationship between your audience, because your audience isn't just about numbers, it's about building community, and it just feels relatable. It feels like you can be their friend, even though you are just talking through like a screen, like I am now. I like to use my voice every now and then, even though I feel like, I don't want to say I hate my voice. I still feel like for myself, I'm working on sharing my voice more and like talking videos and things like that, but I get really nervous. But I really recommend in 2023 getting out of your comfort zone and doing that, because that's what I will be doing, using, like I said, talking videos and voiceovers in like your mini vlogs or tutorials or whatever it may be. Just really sharing your voice and letting your audience hear you and feel you. I feel like it's important, especially if you want to build that long-term audience and not just, you know, people who come and see like cute videos or photos on your page. Like, it really, like I said, helps you build that relationship, builds that trust, and builds that sense of like community. My third tip is to be consistent. I feel like in today's day, posting a few times out of the week is not enough anymore. Like, you gotta be going ham, especially on like TikTok. I know every platform is different. Y'all know Instagram is going in with the algorithm and it's kind of tricky to figure out. But posting reels, Instagram is putting out reels right now, and typically that is how it goes. Like back in the day, we didn't have no reels. They were pushing out, you know, whatever was like it at that time. And right now the it is reels, so push that out, as well as TikToks, making sure you're posting. I thought once a day was like enough, but no. When you're consistently putting out content, that gives you a better chance of reaching other people, because you could post one time and then, you know, everyone forgets about you. But if you're constantly posting, 1 out of those 3 videos of the day could be pushed out even further. So you wouldn't have known that if you only posted once. So that is my personal goal, to post at least, you know, 2-3 times on TikTok a day. And then also consistency for me this year means repurposing a lot of my content. So if I'm posting on TikTok, I'm putting that also on Instagram. If I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting that on YouTube Shorts or on Facebook, because you know Facebook got reels now too. So not to mention another one, Pinterest, posting your photos and, you know, all of your what is it called, repurposing. So my main point here is to just repurpose your content, because for example, I posted a video, like this cute family video. It was like a trend on Instagram and on TikTok, and I thought it did okay. And then when I posted on Facebook, maybe like weeks later, for some reason randomly, it just started taking off and it hit like over millions of views. And so some of those views turned into followers on Instagram and TikTok. So they were coming from Facebook and going to TikTok and Instagram. So to my Instagram and my TikTok. So yeah, and that was all from just repurposing content. Being consistent also means to keep going even if your post flopped. So if you got 100 views on a video, don't let it discourage you. You know, find what works and what doesn't. Go back and, you know, get inspired by your own content. That's what I do every once in a while. Like, what worked? Did this video do good? Do it again, but in a different way, with a different sound, and you know what I mean? That always works for me. So just be consistent and not let it discourage you when something's not doing well. Keep trying new things, try old things that have worked in the past, but be consistent and still put out your content. Number 4 is trends. Hopping on trends or using trending sounds, whether that be like background music that is trending, using it on your tutorials or on your mini vlogs or whatever the case. I think it's definitely best to hop on the trend early. So if you are scrolling through TikTok or whatever and you see it, you know, try not to wait until, save it for another 2 weeks or so, because if that trend starts taking off and it's repetitive on people's timelines, it starts getting annoying. Yeah, it starts getting annoying to some. So and when you are hopping on a trend, make sure you make it your own, using that trend, and make it relatable to your niche or to your target audience. Just an example, I remember a couple of years ago we had that busted challenge. So everybody, you know, the girls on TikTok, they were starting out busted, and then, you know, next scene was them all dressed up and cute or whatever. And so at the time I was pregnant and I was like, I want to hop on this trend. Like, everybody's on this trend, but I'm not going nowhere and I'm not about to dress up and do all that. So I did the first part, you know, busted or whatever, and then second scene I was still busted and I was picking up toys. Like, it was kind of like supposed to be like a funny video. Like, I'm not going anywhere, I'm pregnant and I got 2 other kids that I gotta clean up after, so I ain't busting it nowhere. So that's just an example. Really make it your own, but hop on those trends, because I feel like a lot of those videos have helped me to create traction and have brought new followers and new faces to my social media. Just to add on to that, not only hopping on trends. So like, I know some people that's all they do is just trends, and so take advantage of the trends, but make sure you're also showing your voice and showing your personality and things like that. Number 5, my last tip, quality content. And no, I don't mean go out and buy the most expensive camera for the best like crisp quality in your videos. No, that's not what I mean by quality content. I mean, is your audience getting value from the content that you're posting? Is it educational? Is it entertaining? Are they gonna get something from this? Ask yourself those questions while you're creating content. Yes, quality content as in the way your videos look. Yes, clean, you know, clean backgrounds or whatever it is. Yes, those are important, especially if you are looking to create content to get brand partnerships and deals and things like that. So yes, that is important, but like right now I'm using my window lighting, like natural lighting. I do have lights, yes, but that's not what I started off with, and that's not how I started getting brand partnerships. It was because I was putting out educational videos on hair tips and things like that. So it's something that my audience would come back to me for, like, you know what, I needed to know how to not have a dry scalp. Let me go to Kaylani's page. I'm sure she had that on her page before. She talked about that before, blah, blah, blah. So yes, both is important, but really making sure that you bring value to your audience. Those are the 5 tips that have helped me in the past, and hoping that it brings some value to you. What else do I say? Please let me know what other questions you have or content ideas you have for me in the comments. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.